Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and welcome to the latest episode of Oval and Out. This is the end of day one of this county championship game between Surrey and Warwickshire as we get to the business end of the season. The third last game of the season, Surrey starting this round 9 points clear of Nottinghamshire in second place. We've had a brilliant day of cricket, 370 odd runs, 14 wickets, and at the end of it, it's pretty even. Surrey 246 all out, Warwickshire 132 for 4. They were 47 for 4. At one point, Surrey looked like they were going to get a lot less, and another point looked like they were going to get a lot more in the opposite chronological order. What do you make of today? Who's on top?
I think Surrey are just ahead, and I think they've got about another hour where that's the case. Warwickshire can get through tomorrow morning with Will Young still there, and they get that 50-60 over old territory. We saw in Surrey's innings, when the ball got to that stage of the game, get a little bit easier to bat, and then you can chip your way together. Then all of a sudden 240 doesn't seem that many runs, but when Tom Laws was on fire, it seemed like loads.
Why do you think this day was almost played on fast forward? There were some really high quality spells of bowling across both sides. I thought there was a brilliant spell just after lunch actually where Surrey were in a very good position, and then Bernard and Bamber started really well, and that applied a lot of pressure back onto Surrey. But at other times, runs have been scored really quickly. Burns got off to a flyer, Ollie Pope scored really quickly. There was a point where Surrey scored 6 boundaries in as many deliveries, a 5 over period in the first session where they scored 49 runs. We saw a similar story with Warwickshire in their response. Al Davies started quite quickly at the start of the innings, and then towards the end of the day, Ed Bernard batted quite quickly. Why do you think it was such a fast-paced day?
I think it was quite hard to bat. I think it was good bowling conditions, so batters went, no, we've got to have a go here. And we actually saw that weirdly. Yes, there was 3 half-centuries in Surrey's innings. Rory Burns, Ollie Pope and Ryan Patel. He was probably the player of the day. He made an unbeaten 70. But Jordan Clark's 2 ball innings, I thought, kind of summed it up for me. Surrey were in a bit of a pickle. They're like, oh God, we're losing some wickets. He came out, he slashed his first ball to boundary for 4. Second ball, he goes again, he gets out. And rather than it being a case of like, oh, that was a waste, that was a mistake, it was more of a instance of like, this is what this game is at the moment. This is how the innings is looking. This is how we're going to go and play our cricket. so no problem.
Blooper. Just on Ryan Patel, he's got a really good habit of these really consequential performances at the back end of county championship seasons. I just think back to last season where it wasn't the back end, but it was against one of the title rivals, Essex, coming in at number 7 in a really difficult position. He scores 100. Here today, there was a point where Surrey were in real trouble. They looked like 250 was a long way away from them, and it was Patel who got them up close.
It's a great reputation to have, being the player who plays the innings that wins you championships. And it's also, he's kind of changed his reputation here a little bit, because he used to be known as kind of like the guy who fills in as and when. Now he's played every game bar 1 this season. He's coming down the steps now, so it'll be really nice about him as he walks past. Which being nice about you, mate. It's good. And he's done it again, and we saw the exact same innings last year against Essex, where with Dan Worrell at the end, they kept on scoring runs just when you thought Surrey were kind of dead and buried. And here, we saw the same pattern again. It was just this time it was with Matt Fisher, and they added 50 or so runs for that 9th wicket, and gave Surrey a really strong kind of foot basing in this game.
Standing,
that's the one.
He's your player of the day. What's your moment of the day?
Do you know what? My moment of the day is actually the 6 falls in a row. We mentioned it earlier because we found out, thanks to Andrew Sampson, our stato in the commentary box, it's only happened once before in the history of the county championship. That was in about 2017. So we were here for history. It was remarkable. And also it was a time when the cricket was really fun. We were seeing Ollie Pope and Rory Burns really take the attack to the Warwickshire batters. And also the ball was nipping around. So some of those falls were flying through the slip cordon as well. It was all in all a 14 wicket day where the runs were scored quickly. In terms of entertainment, you can ask for much more.
I'd probably go that Tom Laws spell.
Oh, good to me, of course.
2 in 2, and then pinning Zen Malik with a pinpoint Yorker 2 overs later. At that point, Warwickshire started pretty well. Sorry, bowled fine, but had only taken 1 wicket early, and you were sensing that with the way Surrey finished their innings and how Warwickshire started theirs, the conditions for batting had got easier than they were in the first half of the day. And particularly that 3rd wicket was taking the pitch out of the equation, and he was registering speeds between 85 and 89 mph on the speaker, and consistently bowling that quickly is not something you often see in county cricket. He'd been bowling quickly during the 100, he bowled quickly the other night here in the last quarter final against Northamptonshire, but to see him do that across one spell was really exciting. And you forget played a big part of Surrey's success over the last few years. He's still only 22 years old, so it shouldn't be a surprise that a player at that stage of his career is taking quite a big leap forward. So that was really fun to watch. Why should people come back tomorrow and watch us on the stream?
I mean, it's already set up. It's perfect. The game is in the balance. If there's any other way you'd like to spend a tube strike day, it's very easy to get a line bike down here. We saw a few laptops in the crowd where people haven't been able to make it to the office. Come on down, the sun's out, it's a beautiful game, it's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful game. This is a funny old game, this cricket, and the match is well poised. Come on down.
I've had a great day. I think you've had a great day as well. That is everything from me and Cam. Thanks for watching. We'll be back on the live stream. Remember, in September, the games start at 10:30, not 11. We'll be on air just before 10:30. Over and out.